making their stride at the correct time. My name is Jacob Van Rocco. Happy to take you along the journey of this early morning's contest. Happy you can all wake up as well and get ready for some Wolfpack basketball. Starting lineups are in, and let's begin with the visitors, as announced by 21st year head coach Gordy Presnell. Once more, we see Tatum Thompson, Danny Bays, Libby Hutton, Maya Hansen, and Natalie Pasco, the first five on the court for the Boise State Broncos. And this squad has so much chemistry as a unit, with four seniors in the starting lineup, being Thompson, Bays, Hansen, and Pasco. Libby Hutton just a sophomore, and what an opportunity it is for Libby Hutton to play alongside four stellar seniors that bring so much chemistry, so much reliability, and Hutton is really going to take the reins next year for the Broncos with so much class graduating in the summer. And when you look at Tatum Thompson and what she brings to this program, just an incredible scorer, an incredible leader, and she can do it really from all areas on the court, and she's coming off one of the best weeks in her career with Boise State. She's the reigning Mountain West Player of the Week, averaging just around 18 points per game and 8 rebounds, including a contest with a career high of 28 points. And as for your Nevada Wolfpack, as announced by ninth year coach Amanda Levins, we see Izzy Sullivan, MB Jones, Amelia Rain-DeVetta, Maya Rosarion, and Skylar Durley, the first five on the court for your Nevada Wolfpack. It's Maya Rosarion taking the place of Michaela Carter in the starting lineup. And listen, Rosarion has played well for Coach Levins. She's someone that her minutes have been certainly up and down, to say the least, over the course of this entire season. She has had less than 5 minutes in 4 games in the month of January, and she has also had over 11 minutes in 4 games. So you never quite know what you're going to get when she's coming off the bench, but now she draws her first start of her Wolfpack career, something she did more often at Morehead State, whereas she spent her true freshman campaign last year, averaging nearly 6 points and 5 rebounds per contest. And the energy that she's brought off the bench has elevated her into the starting lineup over Michaela Carter, who has not played bad for the Wolfpack, but her impact, especially on the glass, hasn't been as felt as it was in the early parts of the season. So Carter coming off the bench alongside Kendra Hicks for the post, with Chloe Williams out once more for your Nevada Wolfpack. But the good news for Nevada, they have Array Young back. She has missed the last 2 games with a stress fracture in her foot, and Coach Levins deciding to play it a bit safe, have her come off the bench like what we saw 3 games ago, and she'll lead that second unit, who played incredibly well against Boise State the first time these two teams met up on New Year's Eve. It was in Boise, Idaho. The Broncos came out victorious by a final score of 74-62, and it was who you would expect for Boise State doing all of the damage. It was Tatum Thompson, Natalie Pasco, and Danny Baines combining for a whopping 58 points. They nearly outscored the Wolfpack on their own. And if you heard Coach Levins in that pregame interview, she said, look, we've got to make sure those 3 do not have another stellar afternoon, because if all 3 of them play well, you can mark it down as a loss. If 2 of them play well, they've still been good enough to win this year, but Nevada has to at least stop one of that 3-headed monster, because their defense has been playing well for Nevada, but going up against this Boise State starting squad especially is one of the most fierce competitors they're going to see in the Mountain West. Nevada rocking their home white uniforms. Boise State Broncos in their blue and orange away unis. And once more, it is the second When I Grow Up game here inside Lawlor Event Center. It is going to be loud. I did get word, though, the students will have to leave at halftime to get back to class. So third and fourth quarter, it's going to be quiet, but the first half, it is going to be loud here in Reno. Coach Levins takes Maya Rosarion to the logo to jump it off with Libby Hutton, a pair of sophomores, to get us started. Official Lorena Ahumada throws it up, and it's won by Rosarion. Wolfpack have the basketball moving left to right in the opening possession of the contest. Starts up top with MB Jones. Sends it over to the left wing, and Izzy Sullivan. One of Rosario down low, didn't find it. Ball now back on the right side of the court, inside the wing. Amelia Reynavetta bounce pass to Skylar Durley, who lost the handle and turns it over. Wolfpack giveaway. They had 11 the first time against Boise State. So here's Maya Hansen with the basketball. Top of the conference in assists at 4.8 per contest. Hansen inside the right wing to Tatum Thompson. Guarded by Imby Jones. Now inside the right wing to Pasco. Pasco down low. Loose ball available, and it's picked up and scored by Libby Hutton in the restricted area. And the Broncos score first here in Reno. 2-0 advantage. 45 seconds gone by in the opening quarter. Near the right block, Reynavetta finds Imby Jones cutting through the lane and charges into her defender, Maya Hansen, who draws the offensive foul on Nevada. Back-to-back turnovers to start the contest for the Wolfpack, but a good idea from Reynavetta to set up Imby Jones, who flashed to an open position, but Hansen just read the play well defensively. Hansen with the ball into the front court, gutted by Skylar Durley. Works right off a Hutton screen, rises from the top of the arc, and connects on a long two-point bucket. Heels on the line, so just a 2 for Hansen, averaging about 8 points per contest. Gives the Broncos a 4-0 advantage over a minute gone by in quarter number 1. Imby Jones with the ball above the top of the arc. Holds it on the right hip and finds Sullivan top of the key. Back to Jones near the left wing. Bounce pass to Skylar Durley on the left wing. Works right. Takes a couple with her. Finds Reynavetta up top. Reynavetta hands it off to Rosario right wing. Fires from distance. Well strong on the triple. Loose ball available. Durley picks it up. Ball never hit the rim. Durley with one. Did not get the shot up in time. And 3 consecutive turnovers for Nevada. Reynavetta checks out. In comes Kendra Hicks, who put up 12 points off the bench versus Boise State earlier this year. That's still a season high for Kendra. On the left wing, Broncos with the basketball, working inside with Bays. Lovely feed down low to Libby Hutton on the right block, and she takes care of the rest for 2. 6-0 start for the Broncos. Timeout called by Coach Levins, down early here in Reno. We are listening to Wolfpack women's basketball from Learfield. 6 different locations in northern Nevada. Visit CHANNevada.org to learn more. CHA now accepting new patients as the Boise State Broncos on top 6-0 early without even a field goal attempt from Tatum Thompson early, who's coming off a career-high 28 points in the massive win over San Jose State at home. Out of the break, it is Wolfpack basketball, and Durley turns it over, looking for a stretch pass up to Kendra Hicks in the front court. Tatum with the interception, shovels the pass to her left. Hansen, left wing triple, connects on the 3. Maya Hansen, quick 5 points. 43% shooter, and incredibly enough, that's just right around average for this Boise State program. Second in the nation in 3-point percentage. Array Young in, she's at the top of the key, spins into the middle of the paint, fades away, gets the friendly roller on the rim, and Array Young has the first bucket for the Wolfpack. Michaela Carter, Britton Backus also in for Nevada. Left wing, Bays, wide open, 3 falls short, secured into the lap of a leaping Skylar Durley. 9-2, Broncos lead. Durley picks up the dribble above the right wing. Up top it goes to Michaela Carter, coming off the bench in this contest. Izzy Sullivan on the left wing, works right off a Carter screen, takes 2 with her. Left wing, Young, down low to the block, and Carter back up to the free throw line. Hicks spins right, goes to the hole, and finishes. Kendra Hicks fighting right through the defense. She's got her first bucket of the contest off the bench. Thompson left wing, waits for Bays and finds her there. Over to the right half. Hutton, straight line drive to the cup, and that's too easy. Kendra Hicks caught in no man's land, and Libby Hutton had an easy lane down the right side of the paint. 11-4, Broncos advantage. Hutton with 6 early ones, and Carter turns it over, not on the same page as Array Young on a simple bounce pass from the top of the arc to the left wing. Durley comes out for Nevada. Backus defensively guarding Maya Hansen. Bays with the basketball straight away to the left wing, and Thompson. Top-of-key Hutton now on the arc. Puts it on the deck and waits for Pasco. Pasco straight away over to the left wing, and Thompson Just outside the left block, Hutton with the ball. Steps through the paint, finds Hansen right wing, and Hansen turns it over, looking for Thompson, flashing to the right block down low. First giveaway for Boise State. Good ball movement, but no one was ready for the shot. Still a 7-point lead for the Broncos, approaching 4 minutes gone by in quarter number 1. Sullivan with the ball up top, bounce pass to the top of the key, and Michaela Carter. Carter hands it back off to Sullivan straight away. Izzy to Kendra Hicks on the left wing, waiting for Ray Young. Finds her there at the same spot. Young dancing on Hutton. Wanted to go baseline. That is denied. And a whistle and a foul called on the Broncos. They brought over a double team with Danny Bays. And it's Libby Hutton picking up the reach-in foul. So Hutton did a good job to get square on Young's drive to the baseline, but then once she had her in position, reached in and committed the foul. Inbound finds Sullivan left wing, her triple on the way, down and out. Pulled away defensively by Libby Hutton, her second board of the contest. Hansen back to Hutton, now in the front court. Works to the right block, guarded by Carter. Spins to the middle of the paint and connects on a turnaround. It's too easy right now for Libby Hutton, who has played great over the last couple weeks, averaging 13.7 rebounds with 8 steals. She's already got 8 in this morning's contest. 5:15 left in quarter number 1. Kendra Hicks with the ball up top. Works right, waits for Backus, hands it off to her on the right wing. Backus works to the paint, blocked away by Hutton down low. What can't she do? Hansen with the board, up ahead quickly to Pasco. Pasco to the right block, shot blocked out of bounds by Ray Young. And it actually goes back off Pasco. So Ray Young with a huge recovery play to force the miss on the block and also get it off the body of Pasco, so they say. So back to Wolfpack possession, trailing 13-4. Coach Levin said the start to this contest was going to be so key, and so far not going in her favor. Tajwane Bloom into the contest. She's got the ball on the right wing, steps through on Hutton, can't finish down low. Loose ball secured by Durley. Durley goes up and is fouled on the block, and she's going to shoot a pair of free throws. And that's the second on Hutton, and that's huge for Nevada because she has played excellent so far. And she's going to have to come out of this contest. Mason Borcherding comes in, freshman from Parker, Colorado. 2 free throws for Skylar Durley, and even 70% so far on the season. First free throw up and in. Good-looking stroke for the 2-time freshman of the week. Maya Rosarian waiting to check in as Ray Young walks over to the sideline. Looks like Durley, the one to come out. Durley's second free throw up and in as well. And now it's actually Ray Young checking out of the game for the Wolfpack. Got a quick run off the bench for Coach Levins in her return to the rotation after 2 games off with a stress fracture in her foot. So Durley comes through at the line. 7-point lead for Boise State. Above the left wing, Bays with the basketball. Cut off and stolen by Skylar Durley defensively. So far, the mean trio has been quiet. It's been the supporting cast of Hutton and Hansen doing all the offense so far for Boise State. Left wing Rosarian up top to Tajwane Bloom. Has been working on that shot. Passes it off this time. Durley on the right wing. Works left, which is on the Borcherding. Rises top of the key. Down and out. Tough break. Pulled away defensively by Tatum Thompson. Thompson up ahead quickly to Bays near the left corner, who tracks it down and fires from distance flat on the triple. Ball goes out to Bloom in the corner. Bloom to Durley, who crosses the timeline for Nevada inside 4 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Izzy left wing back up top to Bloom. Over to the right half, and Michaela Carter fakes a handoff to Durley, and now goes to work on Borcherding. Steps to the baseline, sends it up top to Tajwane Bloom. Decides to fire from distance. Connects on the triple. They dared her to shoot it, and she did just that. Tajwane Bloom, her first 3 of the season. Down to just a 4-point Broncos lead. On the left block, a wild miss from Danny Bays off a lovely feed down low. Wolfpack possession, up ahead to Rosarian in the paint. Fades from 10 feet, gets the roll around the rim, and it's down to a 1-possession game here in the first quarter. Rosarian never shy to shoot the open shot, and that's what the Wolfpack really needs. Someone that's going to take the shot. And speaking of that, Tatum Thompson takes one from the left elbow, can't connect. Offensive board available, but it's pulled away by Nevada. Up ahead, the Missourian, 1-1 with Maya Hansen, who pokes it away, and it slows down the possession for Nevada. Inside 3 minutes to go in quarter number 1. 7-0 run for the Wolfpack. Sullivan inside the left elbow, gets to the block, can't score with her strong hand, pulled away defensively by Borcherding. Hansen into the front court, 5-on-4 for the moment, leaves Borcherding all alone down the lane and can't finish, got too close to the basket, threw it off the bottom of the backboard. Stays with the Broncos on the offensive rebound. Thompson right wing, shovels a pass to that same position of Pasco. Pasco wanted to go back to Thompson and turned it over once more. Carter with the steal, up to Durley, who crosses the half-court line. Cut off and commits an offensive foul on Danny Bays, says our official, Lorena Ahumada. Calling Durley for an off-bar shove into the chest of Danny Bays. Second turnover on Durley. It's her first personal foul. Ray Young and Emby Jones come back in for Nevada. Izzy Harms checks in for Danny Bays. And on the right wing, Maya Hansen with the basketball. Sends it over to the left wing of Pasco. Pasco, one of the side-step triple. Sullivan cut it off. Now ball over on the right wing with Thompson. Waits for Harms, hands it off to her. Freshman works to the right, cut off by Jones. Back up top to Borcherding. To the left wing of Pasco. Fires from distance, hard off the heel. Offensive board, Hansen. Got it on the free throw line, fires from that spot. Can't hit. Another offensive board. This time Borcherding, who can't secure the hook shot. And it's finally pulled away by the Wolfpack and Emby Jones. Chance to tie or take the lead for Nevada. And Arain Nevada creates a foul against the Broncos and Maya Hansen. And good work by Durley there to recognize the mismatch down low. Rain Nevada, big body, working on the small Maya Hansen, who had really no choice but to make the personal. 23 still on the shot clock. Durley inbound to the left wing and Ray Young. Young down to the left block. Emby Jones fades, fires, and connects on the jumper. Confident looking stroke from Emby Jones. And the Wolfpack have tied this contest. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Now on a 9-0 advantage. Thompson still scoreless. Sends it to the left wing and Izzy Harms. Harms back to Thompson alone. Left block. Runs into the body of Durley. And a charge called on the superstar Tatum Thompson. So Durley, who was just called for a charge of her own, able to get in legal guarding position down low just outside the restricted area. And draws the first personal foul and turnover on Thompson. Still scoreless 9 minutes into the contest. Has only shot one field goal. A minute 10 left in the opening quarter. Top of key of Ray Young. Works right off a Rain Nevada pick. Stops at the elbow. Sends it down to the block and Rain Nevada. Now to the wing and Britton Backus. Backus went to the corner. Finds Young right wing. Connects on the three. Wolfpack lead. 16-13 on a 12-0 run. Borcherding with the ball up top. Finds Pasco right wing. Tests her luck from distance. Short on the three. Pulled away by Durley, who then bumps and creates contact with Thompson. And that is 2 on Thompson to go alongside 2 on Libby Hutton. So a big foul right there. With 41.4 left in the opening quarter, that puts the Wolfpack in the bonus. Josie Stedman comes in for Tatum Thompson. Kiera Thompson also in. So Durley to shoot a pair. Went 2 for 2 earlier in the quarter. That's her lone point so far. Tacks on another tally with the first of 2. Skylar, 4 rebounds as well. Does have 3 turnovers early for Nevada. Durley's second free throw up and in as well. Good looking stroke so far for Durley, who puts the Wolfpack on top by 5. Kiera Thompson runs the offense, guarded by Britton Backus, far sideline. Thompson gets by her to the right wing. Stutter step move into the paint. Bounce pass to the left block, and Borcherding, who's hit from behind on the way up. And she's going to shoot a pair of free throws on the Emby Jones personal foul. Second on Jones, and lovely feed from Thompson to find a cutting Borcherding down the left side of the paint. She's rewarded with a pair of free throws. 79% on the season for the true freshman. First free throw up and in. Coming off a conference high 5 points last game in the 96-62 win over the Spartans. Second free throw down and out, and it stays out. Put away by Britton Backus. Shot clock goes dark here in Lawlor Event Center. Wolfpack can hold for the final possession of the quarter. On top by 4. Durley dribbling out the clock up near the logo. 12 seconds, they get into the half-court set. Inside the right wing, they find Rain DeVetta. Back up to Durley. Durley works at the top of the arc. Finds Young all alone. Right wing triple. Falls short. Rain DeVetta fights for it. Pulled down by Borcherding. And the horn sounds here in Reno. Strong start for the Wolfpack. It looked ugly early, but they held Boise State to 2 of their last 12 from the floor. Lead by 4 after the opening quarter. We'll step aside where you're listening to Wolfpack women's basketball from Learfield. So you can celebrate with the best selection of rental equipment for weddings and special events. Camelot Party Rentals, a proud sponsor of the Nevada Wolfpack. So once more, it's the second When I Grow Up game this season. First one was against LMU, where Nevada came out on top in a close contest. 56-52 was the final back in November. And a lot of thanks came to the crowd, where it was electric all game long. And the fans certainly helping so far. Boise State ball to start the quarter, and the pass just makes it from Pasco to Harms, deflected by Young, and it went back into the backcourt. Half-court set now restarts with 15 on the shot clock. Over on the left wing, Stedman. Right wing, Harms with the basketball. Works left off a pick from Emily Howard, who's in. Harms, step back, triple on the way. Nylon. Confident shot from the freshman, Izzy Harms. He's only averaging about 2 points in 7 minutes per contest, but when you're on the court, got to get your shots up, and she does just that. 1 point Wolfpack lead. Above the right wing, Britton Backus with the basketball. Backus up top to Young. Works left, shakes off Harms. Fires from 18 feet. Down and out on the jumper. Kept alive by Hicks, who tracks it down on the baseline. Second chance for Nevada, who has a 12-0 advantage despite the loss against San Diego State. Durley up top to Carter down the lane, who's ripped and fouled by one of 4 blue jerseys down low. They give the foul to Kiera Thompson. And Nevada heads back to the free throw line. And look, you heard it from Coach Levins in the pregame interview. Getting to the line was her offensive key to the game. Yes, you got to hit your free throws as well, but getting there is the first step. Carter hits the first of 2. And Nevada now 5 of 5 at the line. Michaela Carter in her freshman year, 57% at the stripe, but comes through. Perfection from the freshman. Nevada lead back to 3. Harms in the backcourt, waits for a guard and finds Thompson. Tatum Thompson still sitting on the bench. So here's Kiera on the left wing. Waits for Harms and gets a whistle on the foul on Britton Backus, who went for the steal, instead got the arm of the ball handler. First personal on Backus. 20 seconds back on the clock for the Broncos. Stedman to inbound. Floats it inside the left corner to Howard. Howard holds it high, waits for Thompson on the left wing. Thompson calls out a place up near the logo. Inside 10 on the shot clock for the Broncos. To the left wing goes in Izzy Harms. Left elbow pass turned over. Carter gets into passing lane. Keep the pivot foot down as she stops and finds her Ray Young, who then finds Durley all alone left block for 2. Credit Carter for recognizing she's not a guard. Able to find one in Young, who then had the eyes down the court to find Durley all alone for 2. Nevada back up by 5. Ties their largest lead of the contest. Left wing 3. Stedman connects, and that's a huge shot for the Broncos, who have not found any offense since Libby Hutton picked up her second foul halfway gone by in the opening quarter. Above the left wing, Skylar Durley sends it up to the top of the arc and Ray Young. Young works right, tangled up by 2 defenders, ripped away, and then she rips it right back. Kendra Hicks falls first on the court, and a jump ball ensues down low. Possession arrow keeps it with your Wolfpack. A lot of commotion going on there on the free throw line. First it was Howard who ripped it away from Young, and then Young ripped it right back, and then Kendra Hicks hit the deck first, resulting in the whistle. Backus and Young check out. Rosarion and Sullivan back in for Nevada. Wolfpack ball, 29 on the clock, so they call it a change in possession both times. Coach Presnell not too pleased with that call. Durley to inbound. Up top to the right wing it goes, and Rosarion pass nearly turned over. Rosarion gets it back. Harms was in the passing lane. Sullivan now, or make it Durley with the ball. Sprints right down the lane and lays it up and in for two. Durley just blew right by her defender, and Nevada on top by 4. Right wing, Natalie Pasco is back in. Pasco works left inside the right wing. Picks up her dribble, needs help, sends it up top to Stedman. Fires another deep triple. That one comes up strong. Tracked down by Sullivan near the right elbow. Sullivan across the timeline to Rosarion. Rosarion inside the right wing, stops at the free throw line. Up top to Hicks. Hicks gets Howard in the air. Sprints to the bucket. Lays it up and in. Kendra Hicks going to work down low. Shows off the footwork and the handles. And then a nice touch around the rim. 6-point Nevada lead, their largest of the game. And when Izzy Harms was trying to cut back door, she got a reach and foul on Maya Rosarion. So these reach and fouls, not the worst for Coach Levens in Nevada. It shows they're hustling on defense. They're trying to create the right play, but like we saw with Backus a couple moments ago, just a bit off the mark, trying to rip away the ball, instead getting the forearm of a Bronco. Jada Lewis in for the first time. She's standing on the left wing with the ball. Sends it to the right wing, and Howard. Ball now near the corner. This is Morgan Maldonado in for the first time as well. Passes it down to the block, and Howard spins and fires and hits it over Kendra Hicks from the right block. So the bench unit there on the court for Boise State. Right baseline, Kendra Hicks with the ball, working on that shot in practice, passes it off, and then turns it over and back here on Nevada. Pass went between Rosarion and Carter, and no one went for the basketball. Giveaway number 7 on Nevada. Leading by 4, 6:27 left in the half. Stedman inbounds to the backcourt, and Maldonado, freshman from Anchorage, Alaska. Left wing now, Danny Bays, lone starter on the court. Sends it to the top of the key, and Lewis. Lewis back to Bays, left wing. Bays down to the left block, and Emily Howard working on Hicks. Spins left, spins right, keeps the pivot foot down, sends it to the top to Bays. Fires a straightaway triple, hard off the left side of the rim, pulled down by Sullivan, her 4th rebound of the contest. Near sideline, Skylar Durley working on the right wing. Up top to Michaela Carter. Inside 6 minutes ago in the second quarter. Up top to Kendra Hicks, hit her first 3 of the season last game. Inside the left wing, finds Sullivan. Rises from 20 feet and hits the jump shot. Izzy Sullivan on the board to complement those 4 rebounds. Nevada leading by 6. Left wing, Bays with the basketball. Worked baseline, cut off by Rosarion. Now on the baseline, she finds Stedman. Fires from 18 feet, can't connect. Howard kept it alive, but the ball goes out of bounds off of Jada Lewis. Olivia Pulavati comes in from Michaela Carter. First time we're seeing the Big O into the contest. Ray Young comes in for Maya Rosarion. So Hutton and Thompson stay on the bench with those 2 personal fouls, approaching the halfway point in the quarter. Up top, Pulavati near the left block, and Sullivan cuts it back. It blocked away by Howard. Secured by Maldonado, and here come the Broncos right to left. Howard inside the free throw line, floats it up well short. Ball tipped out to Sullivan, who lost it, and then goes into the hands of Jada Lewis, and Lewis flips it up and in the paint. Tough break for the Pack as Sullivan was ready to jog up the court before she had the ball in her hands. 28-24 Nevada lead, and Kendra Hicks called with an offensive foul, trying to free up Durley inside the right wing. Sean Martin with the call. Wolfpack not pleased. It takes us to a break on the court. 4:55 left in the half, where Nevada leads by 4. You're listening to Wolfpack Women's Basketball from Learfield. Reno Freight Logistics Company, offering full-service third-party logistics and transportation logistics services. Nevada leads 28-24. And for Boise State fans, you got to be happy. Only down by 4 when Bays, Tatum Thompson, and Natalie Pasco combining for 0 of 9 shooting, 0 points. It's been a secondary help led by Libby Hutton, 8 points in 5 minutes, but picked up a pair of fouls. She's been on the sideline since. Right wing, Maldonado with the basketball, guarded by Ray Young. Down to the block. In Howard going to work on Bloom and can't finish down low. Good up and down defense by Tajmane Bloom, and the ball goes out of bounds as Maldonado tried to track it down in front of us here at the scorer's table. Ball now in the hands of Skylar Durley. Inside 4:35 left in the half. Poulavati with the ball up top for the Wolfpack. Works left. Finds Sullivan on the wing. Izzy holds it high, sends it up top to Ray Young. Young works right off a Poulavati screen, stops at the elbow. Up top to Bloom. Hit 1-3, pass it up this time. Right wing. Young works left. Bounce pass to the right elbow and Bloom. Now in the right corner, Durley. All alone for 3. Connects on the triple. Skylar Durley. Just her third 3 on her 23rd attempt, but percentages don't matter. 31-24, largest lead for Nevada. Lewis with the ball up top to the left wing and Stedman. Stedman to Maldonado in the left corner. Now centers out the offense up top with Bays. Fires deep 3 left wing, falls short. Durley tracks it down. 5th rebound for Durley, who's got 11 points as well. Izzy Sullivan, right wing, to the left wing and Ray Young. Cut off by her defender Lewis. Back to the right side it goes. Straightaway triple by Bloom. Clanks off the rim and pulled down defensively by Jada Lewis. Free throw line. Maldonado charges down the lane and draws a whistle and a foul on the shot attempt. Tajmane Bloom kicks up the personal, and Maldonado never settled. No one really stopped her and had the open lane down low and took advantage of it. Mason Borcherding comes in for Emily Howard. Maldonado to the line shooting a pair. 83% on the season for the freshman. First free throw falls short. And you best believe that's only going to get the crowd louder here on the When I Grew Up game in Lawlor Event Center. Second free throw up and short again. 0 of 2 for Maldonado for the first time all season. Durley pulls away the board. Here comes the Wolfpack. Left wing, Poulavati shovels a pass to the right corner, and Sullivan. What a dime that was. Sullivan to Bloom inside the arc. Fires from 18 feet, well deep on the jumper. Poulavati fighting for it and draws a whistle and a foul on Boise State. Right hand was held down by Mason Borcherding, and Poulavati still went up with the left hand trying to OBJ the rebound and draws a foul on the Broncos. Maya Hansen checks in for Maldonado. Hansen 5 points, 3 boards in the opening quarter. Poulavati to the right block, and Sullivan all alone on the inbound as she finishes. Largest lead up to 9 for the Wolfpack. Hansen in the front court. Hands it off to Borcherding. One more to Bays. On the left wing. Before the 3. A whistle and a foul. Illegal pick caught on Borcherding. Her second. And Emily Howard comes right back in for Boise State and Coach Presnell. Nevada shooting 52% from the floor, 3 of 6 on their triples, and perhaps most importantly, 6 of 6 at the line. They're getting there and they're capitalizing. Durley on the left wing, working on Bain. Picked up the dribble, sends it to the free throw line, and Poulavati works through contact and traveled. Went into the body of Maya Hansen and took her off her balance. 9th turnover on Nevada. Good work by the smaller defender, Maya Hansen, to create the takeaway. She's gotten the ball into the front court. 33-24 Wolfpack lead, approaching 2:30 left in the half. Up top, Hansen triple blocked by Poulavati, who gets it right back. Picks up the board as well, up ahead to Durley in the free throw line. Step through on Stedman, can't get the wraparound shot to go. And it's pulled away by Howard, and then Bloom turns it over. Tajmane Bloom into the body of Howard, flips it up but not in. Offensive board, Durley, who hits the deck hard. And a whistle and a foul called on Boise State. Howard gets the personal her first. So it started with a miss on the layup by Durley. And then Boise State got the board. Howard turned it over in the ensuing seconds. And it leads to a couple free throws now for Skylar Durley off an offensive rebound. So they give Wolfpack free throws here with Durley saying she was going up. It's only the 4th team foul on Boise State. Skylar's first free throw up and in as Nevada State's perfect at the line. Now 7-7. Durley up to a dozen. Had 10 points in the entire contest on New Year's Eve versus the Broncos. Second free throw up and in as well. Perfection from Skylar Durley. 11-point lead for Nevada, but as we know, it's been the second half struggles that have lingered all season long. Hansen with the ball, and a whistle and a foul away from it, called against Skylar Durley. Apparently it wasn't away from the basketball. I didn't see much there from Durley. Well, they give it to her anyway, so a pretty ticky-tacky call there on Durley, and that's her second personal. And that puts the Broncos in the bonus. Well, here's a way to get back in. You stop the clock and also get to the free throw line. A pair here for Hansen, 76% on the year. First free throw up and in off a kiss from the back of the rim. Hansen up to 6 points. Second free throw makes it 7. Still a 9-point deficit for the Broncos on defense. Puts a backcourt press on Sullivan. Brenton Backus back in for Nevada as well. Sends it back to Sullivan. Gets it across with Poulavati. Right corner. Ray Young with the ball. Works left to the wing. Up top to Tajwane Bloom. Bloom, one of the pass to the corner. Now works right instead. Hands it off to Ray Young on the wing. Young, top of key. Bounce back to Bloom. Open lane. She got it, but a whistle and a charge caught on Bloom, and that's the second time Maya Hansen has put her body on the line for the Broncos. Yeah, she got there square, stood her ground, and Tajwane Bloom can't believe it, but clean play by Hansen. Second time this morning, she's been able to execute that defensively. Izzy Harms comes in for Stedman. Rain Nevada in for Bloom. So we still have not seen Thompson or Hutton all quarter. Hansen in the backcourt for the Broncos, down by 9. How can they close the half with 1:37 left in it? Hansen left wing. Sends it near the corner and Pasco. Pasco back up top to Hansen, guarded by Brenton Backus. Hansen works right, cut off by Backus inside the wing. Going to work on her. Whip around pass deflected by Backus. No one found it. Ball goes out of bounds off the back heel of Rain Nevada down low. Just 7 on the clock for Boise State. Hansen up top to Pasco. Ties a triple and connects on it. Too easy. Natalie Pasco, best shooter in the conference, freed up on the inbound sequence. 6-point lead for Nevada. Ray Young up top. Lazy pass. Nearly turned over. Goes out of bounds off of Bays, but you can't float it to Sullivan on a cross-court feed because Danny Bays is right there. Stays with Nevada. 19 left on the shot clock. Sullivan walks to the cross. Inside a minute to go in the half. Bounce pass left wing, finds a Ray Young. Young thought about a 3. Bounce pass intended for Poulavati. Instead goes to Backus, right wing. Inside 4 on the shot clock. Poulavati up top. Free throw line, Rain Nevada. Fades, fires, and gets the roll. Mini Dirk Nowitzki move from Amelia Rain Nevada. Had the fire and good recognition of the shot clock. She's got her first field goal at a contest. Pasco right wing. Switches on to Poulavati. Up top it goes to Howard. Howard to the left wing and Bays. Bays picks up her dribble. Cross-court pass to the corner. Finds Pasco. Extra feed. Pasco's right wing triple. No good off the heel. Offensive board the Harms. Harms lost it. Then pulled away by Rain Nevada and Nevada. Inside 10 left in the half. Young dancing up top. Switches on to Howard. Tripped up. No whistle. Finds Rain Nevada left wing. Hooks a no-looker at the Backus right wing. Fires from the distance at the buzzer. And it falls short. Into the locker room we go. 37-29 Nevada lead. The pace is intense. The crowd the same. And the Wolfpack head to the break leading by 8, where we're going to step aside as you're listening to Nevada women's basketball from Learfield. Deep and 8 of 8 on their triples. And we know the struggles Nevada has had on their free throws this season, where overall they're just at 61%. You look at last contest against San Diego State, they left 5 points off the board. UNLV, they left 6 points. And both of those games, Nevada was right in the thick of things in the second half. And theoretically, if they hit all their free throws versus UNLV, they would have won that massive contest here at home. But that's in the past. Nevada now has found their stride at the line, 8 of 8, and really it's all about Skylar Durley. She's 6 of 6. Michaela Carter, 2 of 2 at the charity stripe. And then Nevada, 10 turnovers, but they have 9 assists. So yes, they're giving the ball away. Some have been on illegal screens, but they're also sharing the basketball. And sharing is caring. It's a great thing, and it's lovely to see on the court for the Wolfpack, because a lot of times we see them, they do share the basketball, but the shots then just don't fall. And you can't get assists without making shots. Basketball 101 right there for you. So on the year, when Nevada's shooting under 40% from the floor, a lot of these assists just vanish because the shots aren't falling. But now shooting up near 50%, that's when you see the assists rising for the Wolfpack. They average 11 per game. They already have 9. So here's Tatum Thompson. In case you forgot what she looked like, we didn't see her in the entire second quarter, alongside Libby Hutton. And she's also back on the court for the Broncos. Hutton with the ball up near the logo, hands it off to Hansen. Broncos working left to right to start the second half of play. Left wing, Bays with the basketball. Up to the right wing it goes in Hansen. Bounce pass right block, Thompson guarded by Rain Nevada. Mismatch down low. Spins left, fades inside the free throw line and hits it. And there you go. First bucket of the contest for Tatum Thompson, coming off that career-high 28 versus the Spartans at home on Saturday. On the right wing it goes, and Ray Young down to the block, and Rain Nevada got by Hutton and finished with ease down low. Good positioning by Rain Nevada, the body up Libby Hutton downstairs, and also Hutton aware that one more foul and she's on the bench for some time. Pasco inside the right wing, flips it to Hutton, right block, deflected by Rain Nevada twice, and then goes out of bounds off of Millie. It's going to stay with the Broncos. Good recovery by Rain Nevada, who had to shift up to the elbow to guard Pasco, a phenomenal shooter, and then also quick footwork to get back. Inbound goes up to the right wing, and Thompson. 15 on the clock. Cross-court pass to the left corner. Hansen, jump pass to the left wing, and Bates. Down to the block in Hutton, working on MB Jones, and double dribble called on Lib. Working across the line for the Pack. Durley, far sideline, gets a call from Coach Levins just a couple steps to her right. Durley now up near the logo. Clock inside of 15. We saw a lot of early offense for the Wolfpack in the first half. Durley finally bounced past right wing in Young. Down inside the arc to Rain Nevada. Can't hit on the turnaround. Loose ball picked up by Pasco down low. Pasco to Hansen. Hansen to Thompson, and Thompson sends one over to cheerleaders. And your assistant athletic director, Bill McGillis of your Wolfpack. Giveaway number 10 on Boise State. Skylar Durley with the ball approaching the right wing. Sends it back up top to MB Jones. Jones to the left wing, and Ray Young. Young holds it high. Still has the dribble, instead passes it up to Sullivan. Sullivan near the right elbow, trying to work around Hutton, cannot. And call for a travel. Looked like she only took 2 steps before jumping and passing to Skylar Durley. Official Sean Martin says otherwise. 11th turnover on the Wolfpack. 2 minutes gone by. A slow start for both squads. Just 2 points on the board, respectively. Keeps Nevada on top by 8. Left wing Bays to the free throw line of Thompson. Down low to the left block in Hutton. Working on Rain Nevada. Spins right, gets to her spot, and is whacked and fouled by Rain Nevada, who's going to make Hutton earn it at the free throw line. Taj Monet Bloom comes in for Amelia Rain Nevada, and Gabby Ramos checking in for the first time. And recall, she had that career high against the Broncos on New Year's Eve. 21 points, 7 of 16 shooting. She comes in for Ray Young, who started that third quarter. Hutton shooting 2. First one is up and in for the 68% free throw line shooter. Hutton, second free throw up and in. Able to navigate the noise here in Lawlor. 6-point pack lead. Ramos in the backcourt works with her fellow freshman Skylar Durley. Durley stops before the line, picks up her dribble, gets it across to Ramos. Top of the arc now, Sullivan. Sullivan bounce pass up top to Durley. Durley gets to the right block, spinning on base, takes 2 with her, up to Bloom. Thought about a 3, now works inside the arc. Near the right corner, finds Durley. Hit one from that spot earlier, now works left inside the wing. Picks up her dribble, nearly turned over, stays with it, fades away, falls short on the turnaround, pulled away defensively by Danny Bays. Hansen stops up by the logo, finds Hutton left wing. Now over to Bays. Bays on the pass, whacked and fouled by Gabby Ramos. 7:13 left in the third as Olivia Pulavati comes in for Imby Jones. So Maya Rosarion on the bench to start the third after drawing her first start of the season at the tip. Left wing Bays near the free throw line, and Thompson working on Pulavati. Gets the right elbow, rises, shot blocked, but a foul on Pulavati. Good closing contest, but they say they got her up on the forearm. 2 free throws upcoming for Tatum Thompson. Thompson on the year, 73% from the line, and a chance to find her stroke. Just 2 shot attempts all game. First free throw up and in for Thompson. Averaging nearly 15 points per contest and 7 rebounds. So far, 3 points and 1 board. Second free throw down and out. Pulled away by Pulavati defensively. 3 minutes gone by in the third. Wolfpack lead trimmed to 5. Durley, right wing pass deflected. Still finds Bloom near the right elbow. Bloom, whistle and a foul called on Thompson. And there's her third. And Coach Presnell whistles over to the bench. Emily Howard walks to the scorer's table, and out goes Tatum Thompson. Coach Presnell's words, why would you do that on the reach-in foul? So their best player to the sidelines once more. Just 10 minutes of action so far for Thompson. Right wing Sullivan gets Bays in the air, steps inside the arc and fires. Can't hit on the 20-footer, kept alive by Bloom, but into the lap of Hutton defensively. Hutton up ahead to the left wing and Bays. Pass to the free throw line, finds Howard, gets a left block, poked away by Pulavati, but a whistle and a foul called on Pulavati, her second. 2 shots coming up for Emily Howard. 4 of 5 at the line this season. 2 points so far. She scored 2 points or under in 4 straight games, a chance to snap that streak with a free throw, and does just that. Howard, second free throw up and in. Unconventional stroke, but it works for the 6'5 center from Vancouver. 1 possession game. Nevada lead just 3. Right wing, Sullivan with the ball. Inside the paint to Pulavati, and she is fouled on the way up by Emily Howard. Or actually, they're going to give it to Maya Hansen. Howard also in the vicinity. 2 free throws coming up for Pulavati. Pulavati 7-12 at the line this season and hits the first of 2 for Nevada, who stays perfect. 9 of 9 at the line. That was the first point of the contest for Pulavati. Second free throw doubles her total. With 6 minutes of run off the bench so far for Coach Levins. Back to a 2-possession game. Nevada leading by 5. Above the right wing, Pasco. Up top now to Bays. Left wing and Hutton. Hutton down low, all alone to Pasco, who lays it up and in. And everyone concerned about a 3-point shooting. Cut back door and was freed up in the paint. Pasco with 5 points. Up top, Ramos with the ball. Offensive foul. Sullivan trying to free up her fellow backcourt mate, Gabby Ramos. Another offensive foul turnover on Nevada. It was a dribble handoff with Sullivan and Ramos and just a bang-bang collision. Sullivan picks up just her first personal of the contest. 12th turnover on Nevada. Up top, Danny Bays with the basketball. Holds it high, pass deflected, so makes it to Hutton on the left wing. Hutton back to Bays straight away. Hands it off behind her to Hansen. Hansen had a quick 5 points. Around Durley, trips, nearly turns it over, stays with it down low. Ball on the right elbow with Hutton. Pass to the left block, and Bays airballs the open jumper. Pulled away by Skylar Durley. Durley up to Ramos, right wing. Ramos steps inside the yard. Wins the pass all alone. Poulavati left block, and that's a beautiful feed from Gabby Ramos. Kept the dribble alive inside the arc and whipped a pass around to an open Poulavati, who's got a quick 4 in the quarter. Left elbow, Bays down to the block in Hutton. Now ball on the right wing with Hansen. Back up top with Hutton, working on Sullivan. Steps through, creates contact, finishes off glass for 2. No whistle. 3-point game, halfway gone by the third quarter. Durley right wing, hands it off to Sullivan, who works left. As he now goes right off a Bloom screen. Stops at the right elbow, up top to Bloom. Fires away from distance, triple off the right side of the rim. Pulled away by Maya Hansen, her 4th rebound of the contest. Hansen on the right wing, down low to Howard on the right block. Takes 2 with her, back to Hansen right wing. Got Durley in the air, fires from the elbow. Short on the jumper, pulled away by Bloom, who's whacked and fouled by Emily Howard down low. Howard with her 2nd. Good box out by Bloom. And it takes us to a timeout on the court. 4:32 left in the third. Nevada lead 43-40. You're listening to Wolfpack Women's Basketball from Learfield. 4545. Also, fans, are you experiencing neck or back pain? Because a joint chiropractic can improve your quality of life through routine and affordable chiropractic care. Just $29 for the first visit when you text JOINT MVP to 56468 for $10 off any plan or package. Out of the break, Nevada basketball, 4:32 left in the third. Lead is just 3. Ramos stays in with Durley in the backcourt for the Pack. Nevada gets it across with Ramos near sideline, now up near the logo, and Durley. And now Ray Young takes care of the offense up top. Bounce pass, left elbow, Poulavati. Back to the basket, waiting for help. Now works right. Puts the ball on the deck, hands it off to Durley, right elbow. Bumped and fouled by Libby Hutton. And there's 3 on Hutton. And it looks like she might be joining her teammate, Tatum Thompson, on the bench. Unless Coach Presnell wants to roll the dice here. It's her 3rd, and Hutton's going to stay in, at least for the moment. Durley to the line to shoot a pair, as now Borcherding comes over to the scorer's table. And that was only the 4th team foul, and Durley obviously not in shooting motion, so it's going to be a side out, or a baseline out for Nevada. Hutton to the bench, Borcherding comes in. Fresh 20 on the clock. Durley floats a pass at the free throw line. Poulavati rises hard off the heel, put away by the tall Emily Howard at 6'5". Hardly had to jump. Kira Thompson, above the left wing, running the offense with Tatum Thompson on the bench. Up top, Howard over to the right wing. It goes, and Pascal works off a good Howard screen, rewards her down low on the block. Spins left, picks up her dribble. Left wing, Kira Thompson fires from distance, hard off the right side of the rim. Borcherding tracks it down on the sideline, but referee said she was out of bounds. Good hustle, though, by Borcherding to try to earn a second chance for Boise State. Nevada 3-guard lineup. Young, Ramos, Durley with Poulavati and Hicks to join them. Poulavati left elbow, hands it off to Durley, top of the key. Works to the right elbow, stops, poked away, stays with it. Sends it near the left corner, but it's turned over. Pasco in the passing lane. Giveaway number 13 on Nevada. 4th on Durley. Pasco, make it Thompson above the left wing. Works right, picks up her dribble, finds Pasco right corner. She works baseline, cut off by Durley to the left side. It goes in Harms. Harms left corner. Oh, good move on Young, but can't hit the layup on the baseline. Hicks came over to recover. Wolfpack ball with Young on the free throw line. and slows down the offense. Up top to Kendra Hicks. Dared to shoot a three. Does not. Instead gives it right back to Young straight away. Young working on Howard. Has a speed advantage. Lost her dribble. Stays with it on the baseline. Shovels one to Poulavati on the block, who finishes from the right side. Poulavati 6 points, all coming in the third quarter. Nevada lead back to 5. Left wing, Izzy Harms with the ball. Tests her luck from distance. Short on a three. Right to the hands of Borcherding. Borcherding then bumped and fouled. She's going to shoot a pair of free throws on the Array Young personal foul. 7-0 rebounds for the Broncos, 5 for Nevada, but second chance points 8-4 in favor of the Pack. Borcherding to shoot 2. Sullivan comes in for Array Young. Borcherding went 1 of 2 at the line earlier in the contest. Her lone point of the game to go alongside 5 rebounds. First free throw up and in for the near 80% shooter at the line. Second free throw up and in as well for Borcherding. Brandon Backus comes in for Skylar Durley. Josie Stedman enters for Borcherding. Stedman saw a brief run in the first half. 9 minutes, 3 points for Coach Presnell. Backus in the backcourt works with Sullivan. Sullivan near sideline gets across to Poulavati. Poulavati back up top to Sullivan inside 2:20 left in the third quarter. Nevada lead is 3. Sullivan, left wing, hoarded by Kiera Thompson. Up top it goes now Ramos. Ramos works left and right off a Hicks screen, picks up her dribble, finds Kendra up top. Hicks works down the left side of the paint, flips it up too strong on the lefty lay, pulled away by Emily Howard defensively. Howard to Thompson, over to the left wing and Harms. Harms back up top to Howard. Inside 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Left wing, Harms works baseline, whips a pass to the right corner, Pasco all alone for 3, connects on the triple. And that's how you get Natalie Pasco involved. Use her off the ball. She's now got 8 points, 2 triples in the contest. All tied at 45. 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ramos up top to the left wing and Backus. Works inside the arc, sidesteps, picks up her dribble. Now over to the right wing and Gabby Ramos. Ramos takes 2 with her, finds Hicks in commotion down low. Ball goes out of bounds. They say off of Boise State. Nevada basketball with just 7 on the shot clock. Rosarion in for Ramos. Backus to inbound. All alone, Kendra Hicks down low on the block. Goes up through contact. Can't finish. Looked like Howard might have put the arms down. No whistle. Broncos basketball. A chance to take the lead for the first time in quite some time. Last lead was early in the first. Right wing. This is a Stedman triple off the mark. Offensive board to Howard. Howard goes right back up. Can't finish. Rosarion soars for the rebound. 55 seconds left. Up ahead to Sullivan. Sullivan left block. Finishes after getting Pasco in the air on a nifty up and under move. Now Pasco inside the right wing looks for early offense. Stood up by Sullivan, and she's tied up. Possession arrow gives it to your Nevada Wolfpack. So Izzy Sullivan hits the layup and then sprints back on defense because Natalie Pasco is doing the same thing on offense and forces a jump ball. That is all hustle from Izzy Sullivan. Quick 2-for-1 opportunity with 35 seconds left, but it looks like Nevada's going to pass up on that chance. Sullivan up near the logo, needs help. Inside the right wing to Poulavati, who gives it right back to Sullivan, far sideline. Bounce pass to the right wing and Rosarion. Looking down low to Rain Nevada, and that was read beautifully by Kiera Thompson to force the turnover into the hands of Pasco. Shot clock dark. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Chance for the Broncos to tie or take the lead. Thompson inside of 9 on the clock. Works right. Switches on to Poulavati. Rises from distance. Connects on the triple. Oh, what a shot by Kiera Thompson. Wolfpack can't inbound the ball in time. And heading into the fourth quarter, the Broncos take the lead. A +9 in the third. Leading by 1. Heading into the fourth. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a close ball game here in Reno. We're listening to Wolfpack Women's Basketball from Learfield. Find your way home with the pack. The Mike Wood team at Remax Professionals is a proud sponsor of Wolfpack Athletics, and by Bud Light, proud sponsor of University of Nevada Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. So here come the Broncos in the third quarter. 19-10, their advantage. They now lead by a point as we have the 6-7 cam going for that entire break. The kids never sit down. They never stopped moving their hands up and down. It's a good environment, and it's Broncos basketball to start the fourth. In the front court, they go with Kira Thompson. Tatum Thompson also back in. Tatum Thompson left elbow, or wing that is, picks up her dribble, and Maya Rosarian called for a whistle and a hold on Izzy Harms away from the basketball. So Hutton and Tatum Thompson both in with 3 fouls. Still have one more to give. Tatum Thompson inbounds up top to Hutton. Hutton works right, waits for Pasco on the right wing. Pasco now with the ball. Back to Hutton, working baseline. Cut off by Rain Nevada and Rosarian. Up top to Kira Thompson. She works to the top of the key, backing up Durley. Left corner, Izzy Harms. Works by Rosarian inside the left wing. The Tatum Thompson all alone finds Hutton right block, who finishes down low. Nifty ball movement from the Broncos, and they now lead by 3. Led by as many as 9. Halfway gone by in the opening quarter. Left wing, Rosarian with the basketball. Works right. Sends it to the right wing, and Rain Nevada inside the paint to Jones. Spins left to the block. Too strong on the layup. Pulled away defensively by Hutton. Left wing, Izzy Harms with the ball. Wraparound pass to the left block, out of bounds. One of the whistle and a foul against Jones, who was battling with Tatum Thompson. Broncos don't get it. All they get is their 12th turnover of the contest. Gabby Ramos in for Maya Rosarian for Nevada. Durley with the ball, a minute gone by in the fourth. Nevada now down by 3. Up top, Durley gets by Harms, picks up her dribble, thought about the mid-range, now finds Sullivan above the right wing, who gets a play call from Coach Levins. Sullivan with the ball up top, working on Harms. To the left elbow in Jones. To the left block, and Durley fades away, doesn't get the shooter's touch. Ball goes out of bounds, though, off of Libby Hutton. Good work by Kendra Hicks to make things difficult for the sophomore from Perth, Australia. Wolfpack ball, fresh 20 on the shot clock. Skylar Durley to inbound. Looks to the right wing and finds Sullivan. Sullivan takes 2 with her. Sullivan jump pass, left corner. Ramos all alone for 3, the triple. Well, strong air ball, but on the right block finds Kendra Hicks, who goes up and in for 2. Let's give Ramos an assist, and Kendra Hicks with 6 points off the bench for Coach Levins. Left wing, Tatum Thompson with the basketball. Picks up her dribble, up top it goes to Libby Hutton. Hutton works left, finds Thompson left wing, works inside the arc, fires from 18 feet, too strong on the jumper. Hicks secures her 4th rebound of the contest. Up ahead quickly, Ramos inside the right wing, zigzags through the paint, lost the ball, goes out of bounds off of the knee of Tatum Thompson. 8:03 left in the fourth. Wolfpack trailing by 1. We'll see what they've learned. The last 2 fourth quarters have not gone their way against UNLV and San Jose State. Inbound, right corner, Sullivan, air ball on the triple, pulled away by Hutton. A rare misfire that bad by Izzy. Kira Thompson with the ball, all alone left wing, walks into a lone lead triple, but it falls short. Pulled away by Skylar Durley. Durley into the front court, working on Izzy Harms, battle of the freshman. Durley back up top to Imby Jones, left wing, and Sullivan. Sullivan straight away finds Gabby Ramos. She works right, gets to the elbow, works inside the paint, and before the shot, she's whistled and fouled on the floor. Wanted continuation, did not get it. Foul goes on Tatum Thompson, and that is her 4th. So Coach Presnell keeps her in the contest. She helps them regain the lead, but now she's got 4 personals with 7:30 left in regulation. And Danny Bays comes in to take her place. So 1 star in, 1 star out. Wolfpack ball. Durley inbounds to Ramos. Fires on the right baseline. Can't connect from 12 feet. Pulled away defensively by the Boise State Broncos. Kira Thompson to Harms left wing. And yeah, she traveled. Didn't put the ball on the deck before driving inside the arc. Turnover number 13 on the Broncos. Maya Hansen in for Kiera Thompson. The early jump pass up to the front court goes out of bounds off the Broncos. First touch by Sullivan, and then thankfully by Libby Hutton before going out of bounds on the redirection. So now a baseline under the Bronco basket with 23 on the shot clock. Not the worst for the Wolfpack. Durley inbounds to the right wing, and Izzy Sullivan. Sullivan back to Durley near the right corner, guarded by Hansen. Durley works left off a Jones pick, gets to the paint, and on the shot, blocked away by Hansen. A couple steals, a couple charges, and now a block. Up ahead quickly to Libby Hutton, who finishes for two. Kendra Hicks couldn't get back in time, and Libby Hutton puts up another basket. She's got 14 on 6 of 6 shooting. Lead back to 3 for Boise State. 6:45 left in the fourth. Sullivan, left elbow, works to the paint, flips up a wild one. Loose ball available down low. Durley had it and stays with it. Shot never hit the rim, just 6 on the clock. Durley right wing to the block and Hicks called for an offensive foul. Sent Harms to the deck. And turnover number 16 on Nevada. So Hicks had the physical advantage and just overwhelmed Harms down low, resulting in the offensive foul. Ray Young checks in for Gabby Ramos. Broncos basketball. Big possession here for the Wolfpack defensively to keep it one possession. Pasco up top to Bays, over to the left wing, and Harms back up top to Pasco, back to Bays. And back over to Harms on the left wing. Straight away now, Hutton with the ball, working outside the arc. Now she goes inside, spins right on Hicks, fades and fires, can't connect from 8 feet. Loose ball down low. Hicks called for a personal foul, battling with Hutton on the board, and Wolfpack bench is livid right now. They call Hicks for that left arm wrap into the body of Hutton. Third team foul already. 6:07 left in the fourth. Just 1 to give for the remainder for Nevada. Hansen inbounds inside the left wing to Bays, who traveled. So the Wolfpack get it right back regardless. 14th turnover, and rough day for Danny Bays. 0 of 7 shooting. But good thing it's only noon. She'll have a half day to recover for the Broncos. Durley up near the logo. Finds Sullivan on the right half of the court. 52-49, Broncos lead. Bounce pass right elbow. MB Jones with the basketball on it. Turns and faces the basket. Works on Harms. Lost a dribble, stays with it. Fades right. Jump pass intended for Hicks. Turned over on the block. Intercepted by Libby Hutton. Hutton running some point forward and away from the ball. A whistle and a foul down on the left baseline. Izzy Sullivan picks up the foul, and a timeout called on the court by the Wolfpack. 5:37 left in regulation. Nevada trails by 3. You're listening to Wolfpack Women's Basketball from Learfield. It's a proud sponsor of the Nevada Wolfpack. Wolfpack now down by 3. 52-49, the Broncos lead, trying to extend their win streak up to 8 consecutive. Most straight conference wins in a row since their historic 2017-2018 season. Inbound here coming from the hands of Maya Hansen. 26 on the clock for the Broncos out of the break. Hansen lost a pass to the restricted area, finds Hutton. Hutton now right block, working on Young. Spins right, spins left, puts it up through contact, doesn't get the roll. Pulled away by Ray Young. Great individual effort defensively. Young now zigzagging into the front court, working on Hutton. Hands it off to Durley up top. Right wing, Young all alone for a moment, then sends it back up to Sullivan. Hands it off to Durley. Durley right elbow, working on Bays. Gets to the free throw line, backing up Bays, gets to the block, puts it up and in for 2. The freshman bullying the senior. And Durley up to 15 points. Hansen up near the logo, bounce pass left elbow in Harms. Played well off the bench so far. Harms top the key, back above the left wing to Hansen. Hansen works right, picks up her dribble, all alone near the left corner. Bays for 3, connects on the triple. Big shot. Nevada lost her. And Bays has her first points at a contest. 1 of 8 shooting. 4-point lead for the Broncos. 2-possession game. Durley up top. Works to the right elbow. Steps through unharmed. And on the shot, she's whistled and fouled. And they're going to say it was a pass to Hicks instead of a shot. And that'll take us to another break on the court. 4:29 left in regulation. Nevada trailing 55-51 as we step aside. We're listening to Wolfpack women's basketball from Learfield.
Your life.
Wolfpack fans, we want to give a shout out to Ryder Homes for building award-winning new home communities throughout northern Nevada for over 30 years. Visit ryderwithayhomes.com to learn more. Nevada with 4:28 left in regulation, trailing 55-51. And once more, we're seeing the second half struggles from the Wolfpack. They were all even with UNLV at the break last week and fell by 5. They were in it as well with San Diego State before their ultimate demise by 13 points. So this second half struggles were also an issue last year for the Wolfpack, particularly in the fourth quarter. And right now, second half, 26-14 in favor of the now leading Boise State Broncos. It is Wolfpack ball out of the break. Sullivan to inbound for Nevada. Floats one to the right elbow in Kendra Hicks over to the top of the key in Array Young. Bullet pass down low, left block. Poulavani missed the layup. Pulled away defensively by Libby Hutton, her 6th of the contest. So when Hutton has stayed out of foul trouble and played in this contest, she has been the X factor so far for Boise State. 16 points, 5 boards, a plus 18. Inside the free throw line, Bays with the ball, and a whistle and a foul caught on Izzy Sullivan. Third personal on Sullivan, called for a very light push on the left hip of Danny Bays. 4:06 remaining in regulation, and that puts Boise State in the bonus. 2 free throws for Bays, 82% on the season. First free throw up and in, and for Nevada, when Bays has been struggling all morning into the now afternoon, seeing her hit a couple free throws is not what you want. Second free throw up and in as well. Good looking stroke from Danny Bays. 6-point Bronco lead, largest of this second half. Far sideline, Durley with the ball. Centers up the offense for Nevada. Durley letting the play commence in front of her. Over to the right wing it goes, and Array Young. Young up top to Poulavani. Shot clock at 7. Left wing now, Durley with the basketball. Holds it high, sends it up top to Sullivan. Deflected by Bays, stays with Nevada. 1 on the clock. Sullivan rises from 30 feet, down and out on a jumper. Loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the shot of Sullivan. Michaela Carter comes in for Nevada. Only saw her for 10 minutes in the first half. Makes her second half debut here. Britton Backus also coming in replace of Array Young. Both teams have gone 12 deep in this contest. 7 bench players for both sides. Left wing. Bays with the ball. Up top to Hutton to the right wing. Pasco fires from distance. Connects on another 3. Pasco with 11. 3 of 6 from deep, and this is why she leads the conference in triples. Now up to 56 on the year. For reference, Nevada has 70 as a team, including their 3 today. Right wing, Durley. Inside the arc to Hicks. Back to Durley above the right wing. Inside 3 minutes to go in regulation. Right wing, Izzy Sullivan with the basketball. Rejects a Hicks screen, works right, and is bumped and fouled from behind by Natalie Pasco prior to the shot. So Nevada down by 9. Largest lead of the game for the Broncos on an 8-0 run. And Nevada just one of their last 7 from the floor. Rosarion comes in for Britton Backus. Quick time on the court for B. Durley to inbound. 2:51 left in regulation. To the right wing it goes, and Izzy Sullivan works right, trying to go around Bays. Cannot. Back to the right wing, and Durley. Up top, Izzy Sullivan with the ball. Hansen now stands in front of her. Sullivan to the right wing, and Durley. 8 on the shot clock for Nevada. Durley dancing on base, spins left, fires from the right elbow. Can't hit it, but is fouled on the way up. Bays picks up her first on a hit to the right elbow. Skylar Durley to the line. She's been quiet here in this second half. Just 2 points after she had 13 in the opening half of play. Durley 6 of 6 at the stripe so far. First free throw up and in. And Nevada now 11 of 11. Trailing by 8. One more free throw pending. Durley, deep breath at the line. Free throw up and off the heel. First miss of the game for Durley and Nevada. Pulled away by Pasco defensively. Pasco in the backcourt bumped and fouled by Michaela Carter, and a whistle 75 feet away from the basket. It's going to result in a pair of free throws for an excellent shooter. Bloom in for Hicks. Poulavati in for Carter. Hansen to shoot a pair. 2 for 2 so far in this contest at the line. First free throw up and in. Lead back to 9. Chance to make it double figures for the first time all contest for the Boise State Broncos. Does just that. Statement being made here in the fourth by the Broncos. Above the left wing, Poulavati with the ball, waits for Sullivan, finds her up near the logo. Durley with the ball, resets the offense up top near the timeline. Picks up her dribble, bounce pass top of the key, Poulavati. Poulavati back to Durley now on the right wing. Durley up top to Sullivan, shocking clock inside of 8. Right wing, Durley with the ball. Works baseline, fades and fires from 12 feet, cans a jumper. Possession took a long time, but it works for Durley. Hits her 5th field goal of the contest. She's got 18. Hansen up near the logo. Double by Durley and Sullivan as she traveled. Trying to work through the double team, picked up the pivot foot. And a big turnover, the 15th of the game for the Broncos. Nevada down by 8. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Boise State has 4. Time not in favor of the Wolfpack. They need quicker possessions here offensively. Durley left wing, bounce pass, left elbow, Rosarion. Rosarion works to the free throw line, rises, and hits the jumper right over her defender. Maya Rosarion, 4 points in just 10 starting minutes, but a big bucket there. Right wing, Pasco sends it back up to the half-court line, and Hansen over to the left half, and Hutton. Now left wing, Danny Bays with the basketball. Bays works left, cut off by Bloom as a secondary help. Pass down low to Tatum Thompson, makes it, and then she's fouled from behind by Izzy Sullivan. 2 free throws coming for Tatum Thompson, who just has 3 points, and this says a lot about the Boise State Broncos if they can hold off for the win. You have Thompson with 3, Bays with 5. Pasco's come alive, but just has 11 points on a very efficient second half, and you're still up by 6 points. First free throw falls for Tatum Thompson. So you've got Hutton with 16 to lead the way for Boise. Pasco with 11, and then a bunch of other players between 3 and 5. Tatum comes through at the line. Now 3 of 4 at the stripe, up to 5 points. Lead back to 8 for Boise State. Durley through traffic, works inside the right wing, spins it with double team on the left block. Just miss. Bloom down low. Pass goes out of bounds. Broncos basketball on the 17th turnover on Nevada. Michaela Carter enters for Poulavati. 64 seconds remaining in regulation. Broncos just got to take care of the basketball. Inbound goes to Pasco near sideline, back into the backcourt. Thompson. Thompson gets it across after finding Bays. Bays over to the right wing of Pasco. And they slowed on the offense up top with Hansen, and now Tatum Thompson above the left wing. 50 seconds left in the fourth. Right wing Pasco fires from distance. Dagger. Tatum Thompson. They dime Pasco with 14. Left wing. Sullivan with the basketball. Jump pass near the left block, and Bloom works through traffic and draws a blocking foul on Boise State. Whistle goes on Bays. Just her second Clock stopped at 34.8. Bloom to shoot a pair. First trip to the line in this contest. 3 points for her off the bench in 11 minutes. First free throw, well deep and off to the right. Nevada, 11 to 13, very respectable mark at the free throw line. But that has not been their issue. Finding open shots in the fourth has. Bloom's second free throw up and in. Better looking stroke there. And a timeout called by Coach Presnell. 34.8 left in regulation. Timeout to advance the basketball in front of his own bench. So we're going to keep it here inside Lawlor Event Center, where once more today's game sponsor is Community Health Alliance, for providing quality and comprehensive healthcare services to over 35,000 patients at 6 different locations in northern Nevada. Visit chanevada.org to learn more. CHA is now accepting new patients. So coming up for the Pack, they're going to hit the road for one game, take on Fresno State at 3 p.m. Pacific, and then back here in Reno to take on Air Force next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. As for the Broncos, head home to take on New Mexico. That should be a good battle in Boise at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And then they're also going to take on the Bulldogs on the road in Fresno next Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Out of the inbound gets to Maya Hansen, and up near the logo, she's whistled and fouled as Nevada down by 10 inside 33 seconds. Going to try to play the foul game here against the Broncos. Sullivan out. Ramos comes in for Nevada. Maya Hansen at the line shooting a pair. The first down and out. Now 4 of 5 at the line for Hansen. 25 minutes of action, 9 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. Second free throw up and in. Coach Levins elects to use her first of 2 remaining timeouts. So the Wolfpack trailing by 11 as some fans make their way up to the concourse. Once more, second half advantage, 39 to 20. A near 2x margin for the Broncos, and this is how you get on a 7-game win streak. You don't have your best stuff, especially from your best players in the first half, but it just does not matter. You find ways to win. A veteran group, especially, once more, 4 seniors in the starting lineup. You got Coach Presnell in his 21st year, and both the players and the coach, they've found ways to win for quite some time, and they're doing it again here inside Lawlor Event Center. So ball advanced in front of the Wolfpack bench. Rosarian on the court with Boulavati, Ramos, Durley, and Hicks. Rosarian slaps the ball. Play commences in front of her. Inside the right wing, Durley with the ball, and she's bumped and fouled by Maya Hansen. Wolfpack in the bonus, so clock stopped at 31.2. About the best case scenario there for Nevada. Sends Durley to the line. 18 points, 8 boards for Skylar Durley. First free throw up and in. Chance for another 20-point affair for Skylar Durley. Her lone 20-point game came end of November against Portland in non-conference play. Second free throw up and in. First 20-point affair of Skylar Durley's Mountain West career. Timeout called once more by Coach Presnell to advance the ball. 31.2 left in regulation. His squad on top, 68 to 59. So the Wolfpack at the line, 14 of 16, 88%. But Boise State, they've gotten there 22 times, hit 17. There's been a lot of whistles in this contest, which is why we really didn't see Tatum Thompson or Libby Hutton at all in that first half. They played a combined 14 minutes, each with a pair of fouls, but Hutton has played cleaner in the second half. Thompson got up to 4 fouls. Coach left her in, and she's helped secure the dub for the Boise State Broncos in all likelihood. Stack formation in front of Tatum Thompson on the inbound sequence. Ball goes up to Hansen near the logo where she's whacked and fouled by Britton Backus. Just 1.1 came off the clock. 2 more free throws for Maya Hansen. That's a situation where you want to see Michaela Carter guarding the inbounder, try to slide over to the left and at least get her hand on the basketball on that inbound sequence. Hansen 5 of 6 at the line so far, now 6 of 7. Good thing I'm not a PA announcer. Crowd would have gone crazy if I said that over the speakers here in Lawlor. Second free throw up and in as well. Timeout called by Nevada, their last of the contest. Coach Levins calls a full timeout here with 30.1 left in regulation, 70-59 the lead. So Wolfpack appear to be on their way to 6 consecutive losses, but once again, it's just they are in this game the entire first half and at times leading, just like we've seen as of late. But second half collapse is a real struggle right now for Coach Levins and company, and we're going to ask her that post-game when she joins us here on the scorer's table about her thoughts of what goes wrong in the second half of action for Nevada. So if we look at the box score on that New Year's Eve game, it was Tatum Thompson with 23, Natalie Pasco with 19, Danny Bays with 16. Entirely different story here for the most part. Libby Hutton has 16, Natalie Pasco has 14, Maya Hansen has 12. Thompson and Bays with 5 points each on a combined 2 of 11 shooting. As for the Wolfpack, Durley once more leads the way for the starters. Had 10 last game, now 20 this afternoon, but has gotten little to no help from anybody else. Second closest score is 6 points with Sullivan, Pulavani, and Hicks. Rosario on near sideline, set to inbound for Nevada. Cross-court pass to the right block finds Carter. To the right wing, and Ramos rises from distance, just short on the 3. Offensive board, Hicks, who gets a putback from the right block. 25 seconds left. Boise State does have 2 timeouts. In the backcourt, Maya Hansen finds Tatum Thompson. Works across and gets by Carter and Rosarion. To the right wing it goes in. Pasco up top to Hansen. Wolfpack doubling but not fouling. Trailing by 9. Approaching 10 seconds left. Right block, Tatum Thompson to the right wing, and Pasco up top to Libby Hutton, who can hold on to the ball. Instead, she finds Hansen, and that'll do it. Here inside Lawlor Event Center, the Boise State Broncos improved to 18-5 overall, 9-3 in conference play. Now on a 8-game winning streak, and they have now won 4 consecutive games away from home, and that's the most impressive part really about this Broncos program, their ability to get the job done no matter where they're playing on the courts. For your Wolfpack, they fall to 7-15, 3-9 in conference play. 5-game losing streak, now 6-4 here at home. For those listening on the Mountain West Network, we appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and have a good weekend until I see you Saturday on the road at Fresno. Signing out, where you've been listening to Nevada women's basketball from Learfield.